And devotees, although the Lord knew what was going on, he posted a question to his father, Nanda Baba. Bhagwan Shri Krishna addresses his father and asks, "My dear father, kindly explain to me what this great endeavor of yours is all about. What is it meant to accomplish? And if it is a spiritual sacrifice, to whom satisfaction is it intended? And but why means is it executed? Please, O Father, tell me about this. I have a great desire to know, and I'm ready and eager to hear in good faith." Nanda Baba then replied to Sri Krishna and he says, "My dear son, the great Lord Indra is the controller of the rain, and the clouds are his personal representatives, and they directly provide rainwater, which gives happiness and sustenance to all creatures. And this religious principle is based on sound tradition. Anyone who rejects it out of lust, enmity, fear, or greed will certainly fail to achieve good fortune." The belief was that by worshipping Lord Indra, the residents of Vrindavan would secure rain for their crops, which would ensure a prosperous life for their cowherds and their farmers. However, the young Sri Krishna, even as a child, was well aware of the false pride that had entered Indra's heart due to this continuous worship and reverence from the people of Vrindavan. And devotees, after hearing this, Sri Krishna questions the necessity of worshipping Indra, and the further verse addresses what took place next. Together, we continue to sing the glories of Sri Krishna. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
कर्मणा जायते जन्तुः कर्मणैव प्रलीयते सुखं दुःखं भयं क्षेमं कर्मणैवाभिपद्यते Sri Krishna expresses to Nanda Baba and says, "My dear father, it is by force of karma that a living entity takes birth, and it is by karma alone that he meets his destruction. An individual's happiness, distress, fear, and sense of security all arise by the effects of karma. Bhagwan then questioned the necessity of worshipping Indra. He says to Nanda Baba, when people are governed by their own karma, what effect does Indra have on their lives? Bhagwan here questions the necessity of worshipping this deity we know as Indra. And he emphasized that one's livelihood and success do not depend on the whims of a deity like Indra, but on their own karma or actions. Bhagwan continues to explain that man is subject to his nature, formed by his past deeds. And it is for this exact reason we are instructed by many of our scriptures to always do good and respect the principles of dharma and karma. Coming back to the Katha, Shri Krishna emphasizes that the only force that can determine the events in this world is the force of karma. And Shri Krishna then advised his father as well as the gopis and gopis on what to do instead of worshipping Lord Indra. We are told in these verses what took place. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Tasmad gavam brahmananam adreshtarapyathamakha ya indrayaga samharas tairayam sadhyatamaka. In this verse, we are told that Sri Krishna advises Nanda Baba as well as all the gopis and gopis by saying, let us make offerings to our cows, let us make offerings to our Brahmins, and let us worship the most holy Govardhan hill. For they only exist for our benefit. Let us make offerings to them as a measure of showing our gratitude. The Lord then reasoned that it was more important to honor and protect the Govardhan mountain, which provided the community with grass for their cows, streams of fresh water, and even shelter. Sri Krishna explained that nature in its pristine form was the true benefactor of the villagers, and thus it deserved to be worshipped. Nanda Baba and the gopis completely agreed with the advice of Sri Krishna, and they did everything that was prescribed by the Lord. They made offerings to the cows. They made offerings to the Brahmins, and finally, they made offerings to the Govardhan mountain. And as a form of gratitude, the residents of Vrindavan did parikrama around the hill. And upon hearing this, Lord Indra became furious and angry with Nanda Baba and the other villagers because they cancelled his worship and listened to the advice of Shri Krishna, who he viewed as just a young boy. Indra then decided to teach the residents of Vrindavan a lesson. We are told that he sent down tremendous lightning and thunder, and the clouds roared, and even hail was falling on the villagers of Vrindavan. And the earth was terribly flooded. In fact, it was so flooded that the villagers could not differentiate between high grounds and low grounds. The villagers faced this horrible wrath of Indra just because his pride was crushed by the Lord. And the villagers, in great distress, trying to shelter themselves as well as their calves, approached the lotus-like feet of Sri Krishna and sought his help. Let us now analyze what took place. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga Tvannatham Gokulam Prabho Tratum Arhasi Devana Kupitat Bhakta Vatsala. The villagers called out to Sri Krishna and said, "O Sri Krishna, O Mahabhaga, O most fortunate one, please rescue us as well as the cows from the wrath of Indra. You are the most affectionate towards your devotees. Please help us, O Lord." And devotees, after seeing the villagers of Vrindavan in such distress, Bhagwan knew that this was the actions of the angry Indra, and the Lord himself took matters into his own hands in order to rescue and shelter his devotees. We are told that Sri Krishna, who is none other than Vishnu Bhagwan himself, picked up that very Govardhan mountain and held it on his little finger as easy as a child would lift a vegetable. And then Bhagwan addresses the villagers of Vrindavan. He says, "O mother, O father, O residents of Vrindavan, if you wish, come now under this mountain and take shelter with your cows. And you should have no fear that this mountain will fall from my hand. And do not let the wind or the rain scare you. I am here for your protection and well-being only." And the villagers remained calm after hearing these comforting words of the Lord. And they all went under the mountain with their cattle to seek shelter from the wrath of Indra. And for 7 days, Bhagwan Shri Krishna held that Govardhan mountain on his little finger for the protection of his villagers. So, my dear devotees, as I conclude, I wish to encourage you to always seek shelter in Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And it is said, in times of adversities, seeking shelter in Bhagwan becomes a source of profound strength and assurance, as exemplified by the people of Vrindavan when they faced the wrath of Indra's storm. Please join with me now in my concluding bhajan as we continue to indulge in the glories of Sri Krishna and as we continue to seek shelter by His divine presence. Together we sing. Krishna Kanhaiya, Bansi Bajaya. Krishna Kanhaiya, Bansi Bajaya. Nandlala Gansham re, Govardhan रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. कृष्ण कन्हैया बंसी बजया. कृष्ण कन्हैया बंसी बजया. नंदलाला घनश्याम रे, गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे.
गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे.
बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम. श्याम सखा गिरिवर धारी, मुरली मनोहर बनवारे. श्याम सखा गिरिवर धारी, मुरली मनोहर बनवारे. जितने सुंदर नाम है तेरे, उतने सुंदर काम रे. जितने सुंदर नाम है तेरे, उतने सुंदर काम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. कृष्ण कन्हैया बंसी बजया. कृष्ण कन्हैया बंसी बजया. नंदलाला घनश्याम रे, गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. गोवर्धन रखवाले कान्हा, तेरे कितने नाम रे. बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम, बोलो श्याम राधे श्याम. जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की.
प्रेम से बोलो गोवर्धन भगवान की जय. Beautifully done by My dear son, Pandit Ayush, I'm sure you now have a better understanding as to why the gopis were advised to worship the mountain Govardhan. And during that process, Bhagwan Sri Krishna made a statement. He said, Mai hu Govardhan. He said, I am the mountain Govardhan. So always seek the shelter of Bhagwan. And you may ask, why Sri Krishna uprooted and held the Govardhan mountain for 7 days? Why not 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, or 6 days? The message for us is there are 7 days in every week.